Hi, welcome.
So, cool. I'm doing this, guys, for my R.A.T, my registered acting thing. I've invited you here tonight because we got to come up with something for Dixon. Typically we go with the invading warband. I don't really want to do invading warband. We've done it to death. So I'm kind of thinking this time we should come up with something different. Maybe introduce some characters that we can actually have, arguing in the village and develop a bit of a circumstance that's going to arise around this. Mm-hmm. I do, as a fan of unscripted combat, always want to do. We will assign equal rights on equal, warriors on each side. Of course, the invading warband might be better armed depending on the circumstances of them invading. But we will leave it unscripted. Whatever happens, happens. If the invading warband takes the village, then they get to move in and spend the afternoon claiming tents and tying up hostages and the fun of all that. If they lose, then of course they spend the afternoon tied to a tree or whatever they decide. But I'm thinking, we should have, because of the layout of Dixon, we have the village that comes down in a sort of a backwards J shape on the one side. We can put crowd all the way up to the tree line and the bridge to the pond and the island and then the berm. What I'm visualizing is warriors showing themselves on the berm, coming up and presenting themselves in line, horns blow, and all of a sudden these guys come up and they form this, shield wall all across the top of the berm. They can march down, they can be, combat before the hill, after the hill. I was thinking we could throw in like a Stanford Bridge homage, have a Dane Axeman go out and kind of hold the bridge while the guys are trying to come down and cross the bridge. Mm-hmm. Something like that.
He'd even send his priest out after him. So try to convert him.
Yeah, so we've
have
got
a holy man
the
come out there.
Or the Okotoks guys.
Garrett,
right?
yeah, he plays that, and Scott with his priest. We can have him have a whole setup there and probably come out and try and talk the guys off the hill or whatever it is.
Now you said you didn't want to have just a raiding party. Like, how do we
I'm
want to do
kind of tired of that, right? I mean, they come in, they blow horns, they raid.
Yeah.
They do their thing. We need to make it a little more interpersonal, like something like the guy's been to the village before, or maybe there's a coup in the village, or neighboring town, just desperate for something, or maybe we can do like someone in the village, someone aggravates the village, like someone comes through and aggravates the village. They come in there and they start making, maybe a roving merchant or something like that, a fur trader, something like that comes in town and starts making deals with people, and bad deals. Of course, he's demanding too much coin. He's kind of pissing people off all through the village. We can make this thing go on all morning, right? I mean, we can start at like 9 o'clock. The guy walks into the village and starts kind of getting under people's skin and upsetting everybody. And at some point, we can have you maybe upset somebody in the village that's a highborn or note, and then you get hauled before the Jarl and thrown out there, and the Jarl makes the decision to banish you, right? Okay. You do this?
Yeah,
you could do this. You could totally do this.
I'll do it.
I'm thinking that, like the whole fur trader thing you got going on, right? The Norwegian, right? You can come in there and just kind of present yourself. We'll kick you out of the village. You leave and like you're angry. There's a mouthy thing going on. You take off. Regan can shout at you and can kick you out, and the guards will take you, throw you across the bridge or whatever. That can all happen sort of, between 9 and say like 11 or something like that. I don't think we'll throw you in the pond. But between like 9 and 11, right? So 9 and 11 we can develop, the whole storyline where everybody's kind of talking. You see that new guy coming around here? And we can just kind of have random things going around, right? So we can develop the skit between 9 and 11. And about 11 we can kind of probably throw you out. You can probably spend the next hour to gather some people. Obviously you can't show up with a new warband because we've got a fully functioning village, but maybe you're, because of the layout of Dixon, you have full access all around the village. Maybe you're kind of whispering secrets here and there and having people draw certain people out, friendships you made earlier, or people that expressed a displeasure in the village or something like that, that they wanted more, and you promised them riches that they'd come fight for you.
We could run that throughout 9 o'clock to 11 as well.
Yeah.
Just these people that do actually develop getting in there.
Yeah, you make these friendships. So you're not necessarily angering everybody. You're making, some friends here and there. How much does he pay you for this position? And he gives me this much. And, he's not happy with it. So you should be worth more than that. Maybe you and I can talk. And then it comes up in the future that by the way, I've got a proposition for it. So we can develop that in the morning. So sort of you upset the village, you get kicked out. You recruit some people. Showtime's what, I think 1 or 1:30 or something like that, I think is our showtime.
1:30, I believe, yeah.
So what we should probably do is start the pre-setup at around 1 o'clock, 1:45. Should have some dialogue before that kind of happens before the fight show, just to draw everyone's attention in the village, all the public, all the people walking around. We want something noisy and flagrant that's going to draw everyone's attention to let them know that something is about to happen.
So have the guy come up over the hill with the horn at that point then.
Have the horn blow, yeah. Have Gunky come up the corner and blow that horn, and then like show one shield, 2 shields, 3 shields. Next thing you know, you got this shield wall.
What about having
top of the hill?
Little Nathan?
Nathan.
Yeah, he runs that and warns the village.
Collecting water up off the hill, collecting water. He sees a warrior. And he comes down and because we keep wanting to involve him, right? So he comes running down, shouting, oh my God, there's strangers, they're coming, they're coming. He comes running down into the village. All the villagers suddenly perk up, like, what's going on, son? There's someone off in the bushes in the hills. We all look up, the horn blows,
you can hear the horn.
The warriors present themselves. Then you got to burst forth from that wall and like call out to Regan, shout out at him that you're upset with him. Like, look what you've done, man. You've removed me, but look who I took. You think you're happy in your little village? You think your little complacent little placing in life is good for you, right? So you have this verbal banter. I mean, we can draw that on for like easily 10 to 15 minutes, probably 10 minutes. We can draw that on. You got to shout back and forth. Maybe at that point, our priest, comes out. He's like, we don't need a violent confrontation here. And maybe he crosses the bridge and makes his way up. And, maybe we can actually use the whip. I know we probably shouldn't, but it'd be neat to see Tyson step out and like whip that guy right into the line and maybe pushing a boundary or two there. But maybe we can do that. But we'll send the priest in there.
Then send archers.
Across the water.
Across the water.
So we can have our archers muster up. So we'll do the priest. And then we'll have our archers muster up, right? So we can have them shooting across the pond at you. We'll do ranging fire earlier in the day, so they don't lose any arrows, right? They know where they're kind of shooting at. But I mean, you guys can be up there and taunt them, and they can lob across the pond at you.
You can get Regan to offer a prize for anybody who kills Sperry.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
If one of the archers can
an arm ring to the archer that takes down Sperry, right? And I mean, they're obviously going to try and get you, and you can waggle around a bit, form up your wall. That's when I think we should throw the Danax in, because right from the concept of this was them coming down the hill, forming up their columns to come across the bridge, and then having that warrior like somebody big like you or Adam or someone going out there, right, to kind of hold off that wall, do the Stanford Bridge, right? He can stand, I mean, there's 3 or 4 minutes of combat where he can just kind of clang some weapons and
slowly
keep you guys back, right? You
bridge.
guys can back him up. Well, as we see you maybe breach the bridge, we'll send out some skirmishers. We'll have, 2 to 4 skirmishers come running out, maybe more, maybe 5, 6 skirmishers or whatever, bust out from however many members we have. Bust out and do skirmish. And this is while you're coming across the bridge and forming up your wall, right? Because now you're just around the tree line from being in the village in the public eye, right? 2 to 4 skirmishers can come out, can slow you down. You can form up your wall. You can come around. Now, at this point, we should probably, I'm going to give everyone a little break, but maybe we'll bring you around the tree line. How's this sound, guys? We'll bring you around the tree line and we'll pause. We'll stop. And we'll get you guys to everyone to take a knee, and then we can have Ryan talk. Regan can get up and welcome everybody to Dixon Viking Days. Then maybe we can throw our weapons demo in there. We can do, some sacks, work our way through it, right? Some axe, spear, sword, Dane axe, and then we'll appoint. Are we going to do everyone fights or just one fight?
I'd say just one. It lets the audience actually focus on the one.
It does, doesn't it? It worked really well last time we did that, because then everybody's looking at one fight, and we can put some of our specialty guys out there. I mean, you've been working axe for quite a while. Maybe we'll get you out there doing axe, eh? Cool. So we'll put you down for that. I think I want to do sacks. I'm not sure who I'm going to fight, but I'm going to put my name in for that because that'll be fun. So then we'll do the weapons demo. We'll kind of talk our way through that. Maybe right after the weapons demo is over, he can say, that concludes our weapons demo. Please enjoy the rest of the show. And at that point, we'll go on with the unscripted combat. That's where the walls get up, they form up, and then Sperry, whatever you bring, and whatever our wall has, we'll bring, and we'll do an unscripted combat show. Same rules. We'll recycle the walls. We should be able to have some of the young guys, Nathan and Lewis, with their linen bandages, so that when the guys in the front rank get hit, they can peel back, get bandaged up, push back into the wall. We can keep that recycling going. I mean, we should be able to do that for probably a good 10 minutes of combat, I would think. 8 to 10 minutes of combat, right?
Easy.
And it works on the young guys too.
Half an hour, easily 30, 40 minutes of what we can stretch that out from. I mean, when we get talking, we'll go for a while, right?
Oh yeah.
But they can recycle the wall. At some point, we'll do the same command: go for kills or kill them all, or whatever the command is. We'll do that, and then people will start taking their deaths and peeling off and dying, and we'll go from there. Whoever wins.
Yeah.
And then we'll just leave it up to some after show antics of, taking prisoners, tying them up, and having fun with the crowd, right? But at some point we'll wind it down, and we'll call it. We'll say thank you everybody. 3 sons for the crowd. Sons ho, sons ho, sons ho, and we'll move on. Or
what happens if I win
the village? If you win, you march into the village, man. You should probably be the one to kill Regan. So at some point on that field, you should look for him. Look for him, kill him. You're in like Flynn. I mean, if there's guys that are taking a knee and like, whoa, we don't want to fight. Well, now you got new guys. You maybe take them up, tie them up, and test their loyalty, or take your seat in the chair. Maybe you can walk over and sit in the chair and talk to the girls that are there, and guys can maybe start picking tents, tying up, picking slaves. I mean, we can kind of work with that and just make that stretch out from 1:30. If we start this, should be trying 2:10 by the time we're done, right? 2:20.
Easy.
Like we should probably easily be able to make this an hour-long show just from the pre-setup of it to the conclusion of it, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so then what we should probably do is come up with some warriors for the lists. We can do that at practice. Maybe we'll pull everyone aside. I'll let everyone know what we're doing. The basic outline of it, I can write that out tonight. So roving wanderer wanders into the village, sours some relationships, makes a few friends, aggravates an impertinent person of importance, gets dragged out in front of the Jarl and banished, takes some time to recruit a few people, heads up on the hill. Our signal for the show will be Nathan gathering water, running down the hill, shouting, "They're here, they're here." We'll be out of cue to let everyone know, to get our warriors and our archers and everything ready for the show. You'll present yourself. We'll have some verbal banter. The horn. You'll present yourself. We'll have some verbal banter.
Then it's some archery.
The priest, archery. We'll have some archery.
Yeah.
The priest.
We're gonna get so
The
much trouble for
Danax.
using that.
Well, yeah, killing a priest, I'm a little, I don't know.
Well, hey,
I don't know about
authenticity.
We'll go with
We
it.
can either shoot him with arrows or kill him with a whip.
Fair enough. Well, an arrow would be pretty cool too. But I do
Can't
want
get
to
them
try
to
the
stick.
whip. I don't know if the rod. I have to look up if we can use it on. Maybe I'll just throw it in there. Maybe we'll do an arrow. Maybe we'll do. I don't know. I'll see if I have time to look up. I'll look it up. I'll see what I can do.
All right.
But we'll send the priest. We'll send the Danax, skirmishers, and then
And the weapons demo.
weapons demo. 2 people per fight for all of the weapons that we're going to run through and explain their uses in the Viking Age. And then we reform our walls. We conclude with unscripted shield wall combat. The victors, of course, get a chance to play at the end, whatever the end would be. Cool. Done. So with some refinement, we'll bring this out on Sunday, and we'll let everyone at the fight field know.
Okay, sounds like fun.
Done. Right on.
Perfect.